Hello guys, good day. This is Anna of Reinforcement Club. Today we are going to talk about the importance of personal standards. Now you and me, we do all have personal standards. Some people strictly stick to it and some are willing to compromise their personal standards to be able to be validated, to be able to be accepted by others. But anyway, a personal standard is a set of principles, values, or guidelines which govern our behavior, our decision making, and even our interactions to others. It reflects what's really important to us, our belief too. Now, examples of personal standards are integrity. First one is integrity, which means that you are honest enough to really walk your talk, you're honest enough to do what you said you're going to do. Another personal standard is respect, punctuality. You can also show respect by means of being punctual. You respect your work, you value your work. So, in that way, you also respect the time of others by means of being punctual. Not being on time, but being like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 3 seconds before the time, but you are such a punctual person as as a way for you to show respect to your job. Not only to your company, to your boss, but you already set that personal standard to yourself. You do it to yourself first. That's how you're going to build yourself. Now, another example is, if you are the kind of person who is committed enough to really look after yourself, like you value health well, in a way that you maintain balanced diet, you do your best to achieve and maintain healthy weight, make time for regular exercise, and really build a routine for adequate sleep. Adequate sleep means 6, 7, or to 8 hours of sleep per day. So if you are that kind of person, then you do it. You walk your talk. You don't impose that to other people. That's another score for your reputation as a healthy person. Now, another personal standards. If you are a kind of person who values financial responsibility, then you manage your money wisely. You invest wisely. You save regularly and avoid unnecessary debt. Only good debts in order to buy appreciating assets, good assets that could give you a good return in the long run. Now, why is it important to set personal standards? Now, basically, these personal standards that we have, like honesty, integrity, respect, punctuality, this will serve us as a roadmap for our behavior and decision making, our guidance towards our goal or towards the kind of person you want to become. So if you value respect, if you value time, if you value punctuality, you value honesty, then that is the guidelines of your action. You don't impose that to others. You do it to yourself first. So you lead by example in this way. Now, when you set a personal standards for yourself and you do it to yourself first, that will help you maintain consistency in your actions, which can foster trust and reliability from others. So if you decided to become the kind of employee who only delivers high quality of work over time, then you consistently do that. Deliver a high quality of results over time, consistently doing that without compromising your standards, without lowering your standards. You do that consistently. And that's another score for your reputation. Reputation not for others, not only for others, but to yourself. Another score for you. Consistency. And reliability plus trust from others. It could be from your manager, from your workmates, or whoever appreciate your output. But with or without appreciation, you're still going to do that because you are that kind of person. Now, whenever whenever you uphold your personal standards, doing those tasks, acting like the kind of person you want to become and nailing those tasks over time, in this way you can build confidence. It can even boost your self-esteem. So over time, you maintain a good work, you deliver high quality of outcomes, high quality results to your boss over time, consistently. That will help you respect yourself more, value yourself more, that you won't settle for anything less. Now, aligning your standards with goals can facilitate progress and success by means of really tracking the right data and sticking to you know, your plans, and be flexible over time until you get the strategy that really works towards your big dreams and big goals. And lastly, this is the real deal. When you have good personal standards, you can establish clear boundaries for what is acceptable and what is unacceptable behavior for you, aiding to your own self-discipline. So, if you don't like dishonest or liar people, then be an honest person. If you don't like being disrespected, respect yourself first. And in that way, it's easier for you to really avoid those disrespectful people, to hang out with them, because you are respectful. You don't want to be you don't want to get involved with these people because you are thinking like your personal high standards. Now, the good thing about sticking to your standards is that it gives you clarity and focus towards who you want to become, towards your big goals and big dreams in life. And having a good standards can also boost your self-confidence. And in the most part, you're gonna earn those reputation from yourself first. So you don't settle for anything less, and you do whatever it takes to only deliver high quality of work. Whenever, in spite of all the challenges that you met on the process of to really get that high quality outcome consistently, and you do whatever it takes, and then that is your reputation, that you are such a reliable, high value member of the team. Now, also, having a person with a high quality personal standards, this will also keep you resilient in spite of whatever adversities, challenges coming your way while you're on the process of really hitting your goal. You do whatever it takes, and you never ever give up. And as a person who have good personal standards, it means that you take charge of your relationships. Relationship to yourself first. That you are honest, you value honesty, then you are an honest person. You value reliability, then you show up to be a reliable person. And in that way, that can foster trust and respect in relationship to others by ensuring consistent and respectful behavior, which comes from you first. Although, in some point when your standards could be obsolete, sometimes personal standards can be rigid. If you are inflexible and difficult enough to adapt new situations, then your standards could be the hindrance towards your big goals and big dreams in life if you're not flexible enough. And having and being a person with high standards could be stressful too. But stress can be anywhere. Even if you don't do anything, you're still going to have stress. So if your standards are really worth it, then why not just still do it? And, having those stress, at the end of the day, you're going to learn something. You're going to build a reputation. Then it's worth the stress. Sometimes, though, your standards could could also make you isolated if you are strict enough to adhere to your personal standards. And you're inflexible. You don't really tweak them a little bit, so that you can get along with others, and that will lead you to isolation. Although, yeah, if you don't value relationships, if you don't value improvement, then maybe it could be worth it to really have a strict standards if isolation really benefits you in a period of time. So this is something personal. So whatever suits you, but always remember that personal standards could sometimes lead you to isolation if you are quite strict enough to really adhere it without changing it, without altering it a little bit for the sake of other people, for the sake of growth. So you could get isolated by your own standards. And sometimes being isolated, you could miss some opportunities. Now, personal standards could be crucial, as a guidance for our behavior and achieving our personal goals. But, having the courage to really to strike the balance with flexibility and openness to new experiences and perspectives, our personal standards could help us get to where we want to be. And in the most part, it's not about the reward. It's not about the money in the end. It's not about the big house, but it's who you become. You become the person you want to be. It's who you become. And that reward, the values, the roadmap inside your mind, you become a relentless person that cannot be taken away from you. And whenever you encounter something along the way that can bring you down, it'd be easier for you to really build yourself up again. Well, or should I say, it won't be easier, but you have enough, the guts and power to rebuild yourself again, much stronger, much better. So it's not about the reward. It's about the person you become with all those high quality, powerful personal standards. Now, if you ever love this episode today, you can share it to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. This is Reinforce Me Club. By the way, this is Anne. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thanks once again.